You're about to quit on something you were born to do, and you don't even know it yet. There are moments in life when you start to wonder if the dream you've been chasing is even worth it anymore. The setbacks, the silence, the waiting, it can all feel like too much. But before you walk away from that dream, I want you to listen closely, because this might just be the reminder your soul's been asking for. Don't give up yet. Truth about your dream. You're stronger than you think. You think you're waiting on your dream, but your dream is waiting on you. I'm Oprah Winfrey, and I've learned that every dream, no matter how impossible it seems, starts as a whisper inside you. That whisper is your instinct speaking, and it always knows the way. Follow your instincts. That's where true wisdom manifests itself. I didn't grow up with wealth or privilege. I came from a small town in Mississippi, from a background that told me success wasn't built for people like me. But I believed differently. I chose to listen to that inner voice that said, you can create something extraordinary from where you are. Here's what I've discovered. If you can see it, and if you can believe it, it becomes so much easier to achieve it. Vision is not magic, it's the foundation. When I was a young woman on my first television job, I didn't know what my future looked like, but I believed I was meant for something greater. I visualized it every single day, speaking to people, connecting hearts, inspiring change. And slowly, my reality caught up with that vision. But dreams don't come alive overnight. Dream big. Start small. But most of all, start. Every step you take, no matter how small, has power. I started with a microphone and a purpose. You might start with an idea and determination. What matters is that you move. Because the truth is, the more you dream, the farther you'll go. Every dream worth having will test you, but every challenge builds the strength that will carry you to it. So today, don't stop. Don't shrink your vision. The world needs what only you can bring. Sometimes people ask me, Oprah, how did you keep believing when everything around you said you couldn't make it? And I tell them this, belief shapes destiny. Before I had success, before there was a stage or a studio audience, there was just a girl with a dream and a belief that her life could be more. That's the truth I've lived by. You are where you are in life because of what you believe is possible for yourself. When I was younger, I didn't always understand that power. I thought circumstances defined me. But I learned, your circumstances are not your story. They're just the setting. What really writes your story is what you believe about yourself. And once you believe something greater is possible, life begins to shift in ways you can't even imagine. Every dream has a process. And let me tell you, that process isn't always easy. It's full of moments that test you, that stretch you, that make you question if it's even worth it. But that process is where you grow. When they told me I wasn't fit for TV, I went home and cried, but the next morning I showed up again. Every rejection, every failure, it was teaching me how to handle the success I hadn't yet met. And something beautiful happens when you find your purpose. When you're truly aligned with your purpose, everything flows. It doesn't mean there won't be obstacles, but it does mean you'll start recognizing that even the challenges are working for you, not against you. The universe starts to move things into place. People, opportunities, moments, all aligning to your belief and your direction. And here's something I've come to trust deeply. Doubt means don't. When that hesitation rises in your spirit, it's a sign to pause, to reflect. Don't rush just because the world is telling you to move faster. Timing is everything, and your intuition always knows when it's right. So keep the faith, trust the process, believe in what's possible. Because your dream is not just about reaching the destination, it's about becoming the person strong enough to get there. You know, one of the hardest things I had to learn in my life was to stop standing in my own way. For years, I carried the belief that maybe I wasn't meant to have it all, that maybe big dreams were for other people. But I learned this powerful truth. You could have everything you want if you are willing to give up the belief that you can't have it. That's the first step toward freedom. Changing the story you tell yourself about what's possible. I didn't start out with fame or fortune. I started out with faith. Everything meaningful that has ever happened in my life started from a spiritual space, a place of surrender, gratitude, and alignment. Before I built studios, before I built schools, I built faith. There were so many moments where I thought I'd reach my limit. Times when I failed, when I was rejected, when I questioned if I was even on the right path. But what I discovered is this: where there is no struggle, there is no strength. Every trial, every obstacle, every no you hear is shaping something inside you. a deeper layer of resilience, wisdom, and grace. And if you're walking through something hard right now, I want you to hear me. Challenges are gifts that force us to find a new way. They are not roadblocks, they are reroutes. Every struggle I faced, from losing jobs to being misunderstood, to facing the weight of expectation, taught me how to rise stronger. So, don't run from your challenges. Don't let doubt steal your vision. Every dream worth having requires growth, and growth comes from the stretch, not the comfort. You are stronger than you think, and the very thing you're struggling through today might be preparing you for the life you've been dreaming of all along. Keep believing. Your breakthrough is already on its way. There was a time in my life when pain felt like the only thing that defined me. The losses, the rejection, the moments when I felt invisible. But I learned something powerful along the way. You have to turn your wounds into wisdom. Every scar tells a story of survival. Every disappointment is a teacher if you're willing to listen. I didn't let my pain silence me. I let it guide me. When I started my career, I didn't know where it would take me. I was just a young woman from Mississippi who believed there was more to life than what I could see. And that belief, that quiet voice inside, told me, you've got to follow your passion. You've got to figure out what you love, who you really are, and have the courage to do that. That's what I did. I followed that inner whisper even when people told me I wouldn't make it. But here's what I've learned. The greatest challenge of life is to be yourself in a world that is trying to make you like everyone else. When you decide to walk in your truth, not everyone will understand it. Some will doubt you, some will question you, and many will try to change you. But the only approval you ever need is your own. And yes, there will be moments of loss. But don't cry for losses. They teach you how to win. Every time I fell, I discovered a strength I didn't know I had. Every door that closed pushed me toward one that was meant for me. So if you're listening right now and you're hurting, remember this. Your pain has a purpose. Your struggles are shaping you into the person you're meant to become. Follow what sets your soul on fire. Trust your journey. And never forget, the very things that broke you may one day become the reason you rise. There was a time in my life when I couldn't understand why things were falling apart. I questioned every closed door, every loss, every delay. But over the years, I realized something powerful. Everything that happens to you is preparing you for what you asked for. Life isn't punishing you, it's preparing you. Every struggle, every heartbreak, every detour, it's shaping you into the person who can handle the very blessings you once prayed for. When people ask me how I found the strength to keep going, I tell them this: it wasn't luck, it was purpose. I knew deep down that I wasn't meant to just survive, I was meant to serve. Use your life to serve the world, and you will find that it also serves you. The moment I shifted from chasing success to living with purpose, everything changed. That's when the light turned on. That's when I realized why I was here. Don't give up yet. Truth about your dream. I know sometimes the dream feels far away, but you're being prepared for it piece by piece. Life's lessons aren't meant to break you, they're meant to build you. And yes, you're stronger than you think. I've stumbled more times than I can count. I've been told no more than I've been told yes. But here's what I learned. Every stumble is not a fall, it's just a step in your journey. Those missteps, those rejections, those dark nights when you doubt yourself, they're not signs to quit. They're proof that you're still in the game. And remember this, when you know better, growth doesn't come from perfection. It comes from awareness. Every time you rise after a setback, you're a little wiser, a little stronger, a little closer to your destiny. So if you're listening right now feeling tired, discouraged, or lost, hold on. Life isn't done with you yet. Your dream is still alive, still waiting for you to believe again. Keep moving, keep growing, keep becoming. The world needs what only you can give. And if this message spoke to your heart today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to History Motivates. Someone out there needs to hear this, and it might just change their life.